Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Tuesday, March 17th, 2020. The tarot card for today is the Ten of Pentacles from the This Might Hurt tarot deck. I want to take this time to wish a happy St. Patrick's Day to those who celebrate, and I do realize and am very aware that most St. Patrick's Day celebrations have been canceled on a global level, and that probably most pubs, and I think in Ireland I heard that none of these things are going to be open. So what we have here today, and when I saw this card I was like, wow, it's so timely. All right, because when you really look into the Ten of Pentacles, it's a card that shows generations of a family. All right, and around the world you will find many families who live with more than one generation under the same roof. This is a pretty common practice these days, and this card feels so very applicable in this moment in time. There is always the patriarchal figure, or perhaps even a female as well, that is shown in this card. And with that age comes wisdom. At least we all hope so. Because wisdom, as your elders will attest to, comes from experience. And then, of course, we have the teenagers, and I'm seeing this rash of posts, all right, in my Facebook feed, where the teenagers just, as always, want to rebel and are refusing to be quarantined and go hang with their friends and be in public spaces and da 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 da, and not realizing that when you come back home and grandma or grandpa are living with you, they're very susceptible to this virus. So this card really does speak volumes to me today on so many levels. We have the children who are happy there's no school for the most part, I think, and just having fun. These days, now I can't imagine if this happened when I was a little girl, all right, because we played outside. So, the whole neighborhood came to my yard because I wasn't allowed out of my yard. Can you imagine having to stay indoors? Whereas nowadays, children are accustomed to this. They all have their devices, and I hear that, Disney is streaming its Frozen sequel ahead of time. There are celebrities who will read to your children, and there are museums that have virtual tours, and what is it? I want to say the New York Met. I may be wrong. Online opera. So when you think about this card in the family sense, and those who are within those four walls, and functioning together at times when they normally wouldn't be. These are moments to actually be treasured and to understand what to truly value in life. This card is also a card of wealth, of security. And I know that security is something that's on many people's minds right now, probably the majority of you who are out there. And dependent upon where you live, where you're from, there are various announcements being made throughout the world. And you probably should be watching your news or listening, paying attention to what is available to you in the form of relief. Okay, because there are many places like electric companies who've announced that they will not, charge you if you can't pay the bill. There will be no late fees, da 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 da. They've put them off for however many weeks. So there's a lot of things like that that are taking place that are designed to help people through this crisis. And I do realize that there are many people out there, just like myself, who are on their own all the time, who may perhaps work from home like I do, who are already pretty much social distancing, self-isolating, self-quarantining, all of those things. And believe me, I am trying very, very hard. But what I want to, in the terms of family, we are all one. We are all united through this. And even if you are stuck behind your own four walls with no one else around, except for my silly cat who sleeps 20 hours a day, there are plenty of people to connect with. And that is something that you should do. Don't get to the point where you allow yourself to succumb to the sadness like we saw the other day on Sunday with the Five of Cups, the emotions from the Muse Tarot, right? Yeah, everybody band together even if it is across the internet. And I feel that this is so important to become one, to become unified, and to help each other through this crisis. Now, this is a very big week that we have going on. In just a matter of a couple of days, we're going to see many things changing. We did already yesterday see Mercury, which was retrograde through the 9th, re-enter the sign of Pisces, which is a good thing because the conversation right now will generally turn more to, compassion and caring and sensitivity about the feelings of others. So in that sense, it's very timely. Now, in addition to every week, I do a very lengthy, maybe around 25-minute tarot reading for the week, which comes out the Thursday before. So this week's is already available on Patreon and in my members only area. I also will have this week the sun video, Saturn entering Aquarius through July for the time being, which will only be available on Patreon. And then of course there's the upcoming new moon video. And it gives you a chance. A lot of people have said they're taking this opportunity while they're sitting at home to catch up on the videos that they haven't had a chance to hear, because this time period, even if whether you're out having to work or you're home not able to work, it's still important as to what's going on in your life. And just because you may be sitting at home or working from home doesn't mean that you can't do the things you need to make the changes that are necessary. If you're still with me, I do realize it may seem like I'm really rambling, but I want to make sure that everyone knows the information that is available to them, and to not think that life stops because of everything that is going on. You can still take steps to make the changes that you need. You might also want to this week be looking at my calendar of planetary events. There are a number of important aspects coming up which are really designed to help move you forward. And I want to remind everyone that after March 31st, this video, and only this video, will no longer appear on Facebook, but it will be available as a podcast, Podbean, Spotify, you name it, all of those. I'm on all of them, okay? Also on YouTube, also on Instagram, so you can follow me on any of them. I want to thank you all very much for being here. Stay safe, take care of one another. I'll see you here again tomorrow, and as always, have a great day. Love you all.